Um, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. I bought a tarmac. I bought a tarmac. I finally broke down and I bought a tarmac. I mean that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video, man. Cut, you know? All right, y'all, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, very much appreciated you coming back and watching some more Rob Armstrong hanging out with your boy. If you are new here, I am Mr. Rob Armstrong. I am a recreational cyclist. I don't have no crazy FTP. I don't race. I have no intentions on racing. I'm just a guy that really likes bikes. I like building stuff. I like things that are unique. I like things that's different. I could talk bikes all day, bike builds, everything. That's just where I'm at in my little retired life. So anyway, the tarmac, the Specialized tarmac, right? I've been talking about this bike for far too long. I've really wanted one for freaking forever, man. I'd say probably like about 2 years or so now. When I was getting ready to retire, I was trying to figure out what kind of bike I wanted, and it was between the Factor Austral Vam and the Specialized tarmac. I ended up going with the Factor Austral Vam for a couple of reasons. And if you want to know some of those reasons, you can go back and watch that. I got plenty of those videos on the channel. But let me make this clear. I still absolutely love my Factor Austral Vam. I freaking love that bike. It is a very good bike. Very excellent. High recommend. And I was this close to purchasing the Factor Austral Vam version 2, but I wanted to try something different. I've been talking about the tarmac, so I ended up with the tarmac, right? So let me tell you about this tarmac. There were 3 tarmacs that I was interested in. I was interested in the old school SL5 S-Works rim brake joint. That was one of them. Another one I was interested in is the tarmac SL7 S-Works joint, and of course the tarmac SL8 S-Works. The one I ended up getting, I know you've seen the thumbnail, that is not the bike I got, right? But I did get a tarmac SL8 S-Works, and I had to get it, man. I had to get it. I came up on a good deal. It was the perfect opportunity, and I said, I just pulled the trigger on it, right? The colorway is hella dope. I am really feeling this colorway. I'm not going to tell you what color it is, but I will show you, right? The bike has already shipped. It's on its way here, and probably by the time you watch this video, I probably already got the bike. But for me, today is June 1st. The bike should be here like on the 4th, and then I should have the bike, right? The bike build is going to be super dope. I don't know if I'm going to do an unboxing. I might not, but I will definitely do a video talking about the Tarmac SL8 S-Works inventory, where I will go through all the components of what I'm putting on the bike, right? One of the reasons the main reason I got this bike is because the colorway and the price that I got this bike. Those were 2 things I just had to get, right? Like I said, I had an interest for the tarmac for freaking forever, but it was just trying to find one that was the right price, and then for the price that I was going to pay, was it the right color? And me, I'm a type of person, if it's not what you want, don't get it. Don't settle if you can, right? There's a couple times I found some good deals on some tarmacs, but they necessarily might not have been the right color, or it might not have been the S-Works, or it might have been something that I probably had to make work. And it was just too much for me to invest if it wasn't everything that I wanted. I wanted the bike to be everything that I wanted. And this opportunity that I came across, the bike is everything that I want, right? I've been riding the LA Sprint for a while. There was a specific colorway that I really wanted from the LA Sprint, and when I found it, I got it, I picked it up, and I've been loving that bike. And I've always kind of wondered, from riding that bike, is the tarmac that much better, right? And the quick admin though, right? If you are looking for an LA Sprint in this crazy colorway, hey man, hit me up because it's for sale because it's got to go, right? It has got to go. A lot of the components that I had on my LA Sprint are the things that I am putting on um the SL8. So if you know that bike or if you don't know that bike build, same thing. You can go back on channel, find one of those videos and watch one of those videos, and then you can kind of have an idea of how I'm building up this bike, right? Now, we'll give you a piece of information for this bike build, right? One of the things that I'm doing different is I'm going with the largest set of gears that I have ever run, and I'll be running a 55-42 up front, and I'm undecided about the rear right now. I'm either gonna go an 1132 or an 1136. I think I'm gonna try the 1132 first, but I'll probably go with the 1136 because I have the 1136 on a couple other bikes. Like my 3T, I got a 54 one by, and I'm running 1136, and I've been loving it. And I've been running the 1136 on the Ribble Ultra, and the 1136 is, man, I never thought I would want a cassette that large. Well, I guess it's always been progressively getting larger, right? Pause. Right? Right? Because I had the 1130. I didn't think I was going to run a cassette larger than that. Then I graduated to the 1132, to the 1134. Now I'm on the 1136. But the 1136 with such big gears up front, man, it just gives you so much freaking range, bro. So much range. If you were running like an 1128, yeah, you would have some closer tooth jumps in the cassette. But for the cassettes that I've been running, the first half of them are pretty consistent. And when I say consistent, it's usually 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, and then the top changes. And for some of them, like the 1130, instead of it going to 15 to 17, it has a 16 tooth. And the 16 tooth cog is not one that I'm really into. I prefer the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And once I get to 15, 2 tooth jumps are fine for me. The 17, 19, 21, and all that other stuff. If you're not a gear nerd like me, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But if you are, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? I highly encourage any and everyone to try some large gears, man. Go out and get you like a 5440, 5442, at the bare minimum like a 5339. Matter of fact, GCN posted a video, I want to say it's probably like a year or so old now, and the thumbnail is like, can you ride what the pros ride? And they do a whole thing talking about the gear set, but you need to check out that video. It's a dope video. But anyway, on the Tarmac build, I will initially be going 5542. I might switch from the 5542 down to a 5442, and it's not so much for gear ratio, but it's more so for weight, because the 55 tooth chain ring I have, it's dope, but it's heavy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you. Hold that thought. This is the chain ring that I'm running. This Mika joint. It is a 55, like I said. I don't even know if this thing is gonna zoom in on this. It might not. But anyway, this is a very, very dope chain ring. I love the aesthetics of it. It looks really, really good, but it is crazy heavy. And when I say crazy heavy, I want to say a Dura Ace 11-speed 54 tooth is like 113 grams. And a Dura Ace 54 tooth 12-speed, I want to say it's like 115. This chain ring, this 55, is like 210 grams. It's freaking crazy heavy. But for the sake of weight, I'll probably eventually switch that out. Now, they do have the old school 11-speed Dura Ace 55 tooth chain rings, right? If I can find one of those, I would consider it. But I personally prefer the aesthetics of the Dura Ace 12-speed chain rings because they got like that gloss black. It's just really, really clean, versus the Dura Ace 11-speed joint. Is kind of like, it's got a gloss to it, but it's kind of like a gloss ashy gray. If that makes sense, right? And for the Tarmac, I personally prefer to have that that gloss black. But if I want a 55, I might just have to go with the ashy gray joint. But I'm super, super excited about getting this bike and putting some miles on it, man, because I really want to compare how this bike feels versus the Factor Austral VAM. I'm very comfortable with the Factor Austral VAM. I'm very in tune with that bike. I would say that as far as a bike that I can just hop on and I don't have to think about it, the Factor Austral VAM is that bike. But I also feel like the Tarmac will be like that as well, because that's how I felt on the LA. When I hopped on the LA, man, it was dialed in, it was good to go. It was just everything. The only thing with the LA is just pretty much just the weight. I can't even say I really lacked like the stiffness, because I feel like the LA Sprint is a very stiff bike and it's very responsive. Closes gaps very well. You know, if you're on like a group ride, you just gotta close some distance, or you doing like some little rollers. I think that bike does that well. But I know the Factor does it even more efficiently, but it's gotta be because of the weight. Because my Factor is I wanna say it's like 15.13 pounds, and my LA is around 18 pounds. And for this Tarmac, I'm hoping to get this Tarmac, not even hoping, I will have the Tarmac in 14 pounds. It'd be like 14 pounds and some change, definitely, all day. Because the Tarmac is just a lighter bike in general, right? So, yeah, this video is just basically telling you, I finally broke down and bought this dang on Tarmac, man. Like I said, I'm super freaking excited. Fitness is on point right now. I've been feeling excellent on the bike. If you've been following the channel, you've seen that I had my bike fit probably about a month or so ago now, when I was down in Virginia visiting some friends. I went out to Bike Fit RVA, hollered at my boy Brandon, and there was a lot of little things that needed some fine tuning, and he got me set up, man. Now when I'm on the bike, it's just, I'm not even thinking about the bike, bro. I'm just getting on the bike and I'm just riding. That is an excellent feeling. If you are not super comfortable on the bike, I'd highly recommend you go find you a bike fitter, man. Find you a bike fitter and then get you a good bike fit. I didn't say go out and just get a bike fit, because I really think the bike fitter makes a big difference when it comes to getting that bike fit for your specific needs. But find you a bike fitter that can facilitate the environment to help take care of the specific needs that you have and get that sorted out, because there's nothing like just being able to get on the bike and just ride it and not even think about it, man. It's an excellent feeling, and I can't wait to have that feeling on the Tarmac, man. Like I said, if you are liking the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you looking for an LA Sprint, man, hey, holla at your boy, hit me up. It is for sale. I got a bunch of stuff for sale too, man. Also got my Cervelo S5. If you're looking for an S5, it's got to go, man. The Tarmac is coming. It's time to make room for some new stuff. Out with the old, in with the new. That's all I got for you. It's your boy, Mr. Rob Armstrong. I'm out. Rob Armstrong.